Hey, good morning, good morning, people. Good morning, good morning. This is Spirit Journey, and this is Lavi. Yeah, I'll set you down soon. Yes, good morning. This is Journey and my Pekingese Lavender. Yes, I did a video yesterday regarding the inauguration, and yeah, I'll go put you down. Yeah, I just want to do a live stream and talk about how I feel and giving my giving my giving my thanks for Lavi coming home. Oh, okay, I'll put you down. Yeah, I'll put you down. I'll put you down, baby. Sorry. Yeah, you want to eat some more of your food? Okay, there's your food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to give my thoughts about everything and watch him eat. Please watch him eat. Okay, that's the food. Okay, you gonna eat more of your food? Should water too. You can get your water. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I just want to just share my thoughts about yesterday. Yeah, it was a lot of. Yeah, I had gone out. I had to get Lavi from the hospital. The veterinarian. And no, no, good boy. Yeah, you can go on the cloth. I think he likes the cold of the floor. Yeah, yeah, good morning. Thank you for coming to my live stream. Yeah, I this morning and oh, pretty bird out there. Yeah, I'm still in Rwanda and I feel good this morning. I just had my breakfast and Lavi um, was eating his breakfast too. Um, yesterday. Yesterday was the inauguration day of Donald J. Trump and Vance, Vice President Vance. And I was gone a big part of the day. Well, it seemed like a big part of the day. I had to, it was raining, and so traffic was really bad. At least I was coming home, I should say. Um, yeah, yesterday is like a lot was going on with me mentally. Well, I couldn't wait for the inauguration. We're 7 hours ahead on Eastern Standard Time in America. And so I had to race home, I wanted to get home before everything starts. I was so excited that my vet said that Lavi would be able to come home. Yeah, he had a lot of things going on. He, yeah, and I want to thank Tammy. Tammy, thank you for praying and doing what you do. It helped Lavender. I like to at least think that what you did contributed to Lavender coming home sooner than later. So a big hand for Tammy. I appreciate your sensitivity and giving prayers out to Lavender. He's home now, Lavender. Yay! Okay, so uh, I was able to get Lavender, and boy, the traffic, it started raining. I had to wait for a motel, and none of the motels were available. Everybody had, it was all taken, and it's raining, and then sometimes it started to rain heavy. I did have on my rain gear, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I looked at the, I looked at the sky, and I said, it's probably going to rain today. So I had my raincoat and my rain pants. Yeah, I have my rain pants on right now because it blocks out the wind, keeps me warm. Um, yeah, it took a long time. I think it took over an hour to get home, and so I arrived with Lavender home around, let's see, around 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 we got home. And I had to still make his dinner. So, yes, I was multitasking. And what you saw yesterday, I would, yeah, I was like, all over the place. So I apologize if it really looked bad, the video and everything, and we're going back and forth, you know. But I didn't want to miss a thing. So I had to cook Lavi's, his ground beef. Yeah, Lavi's blood is so saturated with fat, and that could have contributed his body shaking on the 13th, January 13th. He had thrown up and then he was shaking, and I was so frightened for him. And they think it's the saturation of the lipids in his blood. So uh, the doctor says just give him meat. Well, I personally bought the meat, the beef. I went to the market. Yeah, in Rwanda, it's what's really interesting. They have they always getting meats and everything. They have a market, like an open door market, and then they have the butchers that are in buildings. And sometimes you can get some real fresh meat. And so I select piece, you know. Um, I'm not a connoisseur with meats, but just I just wanted plain meat, no fat, and he had a grinder, and he grinded in front of me. I had a temporary multitask and went to right next door to get some veggies and stuff like that. So while he's grinding meat, I was getting other stuff. But either way, so I had to thaw out the meat, and then I put it in the pressure cooker. Yeah, they said boil all his stuff, boil his meats and everything. So I did that, and I made some the night before. I boiled some with in American, English they call it sweet potato, but they call it some imijambi, something like that. I forget the name, but something like that. It means sweet potato. So I finally got the right one. Yeah. Yeah, I had bought something that's supposed to be something in the past, and it was hard. Like it didn't cook right. Excuse me, but this one, I got the correct one. And so I was able to buy it for lavender. That's going to serve as his starch. So even though he's to go on a mostly protein slash meat diet, uh, he still needs some carbs. So glad that I was able to find the correct sweet potato, make it for him. I boiled it. And so that's what he ate today and yesterday. Oh, yes, he loved it. He loved it a lot. He didn't eat everything, but that's okay. Let me cover it when he didn't eat. Yeah, so by the time his dinner was finished being prepared, it was it hit noontime in New York, in Washington D.C. So that's why I was running back and forth, and yeah. So you saw everything, but mess. Yeah, I wanted to have my food, um, everything prepared for me and Labby, and so I had my popcorn. I like my popcorn. Make very good popcorn. Yes, my popcorn with um, I use ghee and salt and pepper. That's how I like my popcorn. I love it. And what else did I got? Oh, I had my African tea. I had to really improve with the African tea. It was okay, but it's not as good as what I had at this hotel here in Rwanda. Yeah, I got to learn how to make African tea. Basically, it's they usually use a black tea, milk, and ginger. It is fabulous. I learned how to make it better. So I made that, and what else? Oh, then I had dodo. Think of it like a spinach, and I made it like a stew. I had I used beef liver and beef kidney in it. I had pureed it, and I also blended red onions, garlic cloves. Um, I used olive oil, salt, taste pepper. No, I didn't put the pepper in it. What else? Oh, cornmeal and peanut meal. I cooked them together and it came out. fantastic. Oh, onions, so if I didn't mention onion, red onions. Yeah, so I think that might be my new comfort food. You know, I do like stews, things like that. And I wanted to like this, things like that, like stews. It's a comfort to me. And yesterday I guess I wanted, feel that extra comfort watching the inauguration. So by the time when noon hit on the East Coast in America, yeah, me and Lavi, we were able to enjoy watching the inauguration. So I saw when Vance swore in, Trump swore in. It was so beautiful. I felt I felt like I could just relax. I had for the past weeks, I was feeling like anxiety in the center of my chest. I felt like, I don't know, like stress. I felt stress in my chest. But yesterday, with Lavi being home and then the inauguration, I felt I felt so good. And yes, I watched all that, and I was able to go to sleep. Yep. So I had Lavi on bed, on the bed with me. And I think he also wanted to get you went down also. Yeah, he kept wanting to go back and forth. But yeah, I had my baby with me by my side watching the inauguration. I felt I felt gratitude. Yeah, this whole thing with the election, I feel gratitude. Even though I'm not living in the United States anymore, I'm still an American. It's it's a country that has so much potential. Things got a little crazy the past, especially the last 4 years, and it we have a lot to learn from what happened these past 4 years. People's common sense went out the window. People were not thinking. They weren't thinking anymore. They were just thinking. So yeah, I got up this morning and I said, I feel so good. I feel pretty good. I don't feel the anxiety in my chest. Hey. Oh, see James. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Okay. Uh, see James is saying, where are you and why did you leave America? Okay. Okay. I live in the country of Rwanda. Yeah. I live in Rwanda now for 1 year, one consecutive year. Um, Rwanda is in Central East Africa, and let me show let me show where I am. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I live in Central East Africa, and I left America. I'm from New York City, born and raised, and I am a veteran. I served in the U.S. Navy. I decided to leave. Well, the straw that broke the camel's back, my back, was when they tried to steal my dog here. Let me show you my doggie. Hey, Lappy. Hey, Lappy. Hi. Hey, Lappy, you sleeping? You sleeping, honey? Yeah. I decided to leave when they tried to steal him. They tried to steal him, I think it was August 2023. And yeah, it's not the first time they tried to steal my dog. And ironic, I had three dogs at the time when they tried to steal him. And yeah, I had two female dogs. They were older than him. It was one was a Havanese and the other was a Shih Tzu. All and Lavender here, he is a Pekingese. They were all purebred dogs. Yes, all dogs are special. But to let you know that they were all purebreds, I had all their papers and everything. And my little girls, well, I call them my little girls, but they were all dogs. One turned 14 and the other one was going on 14, and they passed away within 33 days upon arriving. They passed away. My little boy was sick also, and he's out of the woods. He does have health issues. He'll be on medication for the rest of his life. And so it's ironic how things happen that he had left because they tried to steal him, and I almost lost him a few times. So I'm very grateful. I feel that, the individual that tried to steal him in America, um, it was one of many things that was going on. I lived in New York City, in the heart of the city, and I was assaulted in the city 1 or 2 years prior to that incident. Okay, okay, I thought I heard things. I don't know. I hear not where I hear from. Let me just get up. I'm on the balcony. I just want to know. Oh, the water's on. Sorry. Yeah, I turned off the water. It's weird. I thought I turned it off. I have to turn that thing off. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know why the thing is going on. I turned the thing off. Sorry. I have to try to fix it. It's going to take a while. Yeah, no, I turned it off. Yeah. Yeah, I love my pets, C. James. So, it was a lot going on. I didn't feel safe anymore. And there was a lot of physical violence. Um, I had experienced physical violence done upon me, muggings, attempted muggings against me happened a few times. Yeah, it's spooky. It's spooky. So I said, it's time for me to leave. Yeah, I had wanted to leave the year prior, but no, I have to put his cone on. All right, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, he was licking his wound. He's not supposed to, yeah, boo-boo on his leg. And, and he was licking it, and so it can get reinfected. So I had to put the cone back on, show you what I just did. Okay, that's lavender. Yeah, I had to put the cone back on. Okay, that's for his protection. It's about me, I don't like that. So yeah, so I decided to leave. Yeah, once I saw that what do you call it? The money situation, the banking system open between the U.S. and Rwanda. In 2022, it wasn't. I was told that it was open. Oh, you want more food? Okay. Yeah, you can get the food. Yeah, the financial doors open between Rwanda and the U.S. And when that happened, I put in my paperwork as fast as I could, got accepted again, and came here. I didn't know it was going to cost me what it cost me. But sometimes you have to make certain sacrifices. So anyway, so yesterday was a big day for me. Yeah, I voted for Trump. I voted for him 3 times. The first his first election and the second one, uh, he didn't get in office, and then the last time, and he's in now. So it was very important for me to watch elections, even though I'm physically not there. But I still wanted to participate in my. Oh yeah, I did vote. Yeah, if you're overseas, you can put in like an absentee ballot. I'm sorry. Lavin, go in your little cloth. I don't want you in the dirt. Come over here. Come here. Let's go over here. It's over there. It's dirty. No, no. Come. Let's go. Come, go. Come. Let's sit there. It's nice and clean over there. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to eat. Just on the blanket. It's clean. Okay, a little bit. Okay. I'm scooping his food, so. Oh, no, you don't want it. Not okay. You don't have to eat it all. Go figure it out. Go figure it. You know, I don't know what he wants to do. You said, yeah, you just sit right there. You down. Yeah. Just sit there. Just sit there. Go sit down. Go. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, yeah, just sit there. Yeah. So that's what, so that's, so that's where I stand. So yesterday it meant a lot to me. I was so grateful when I heard that he won. And it just seemed like forever, this inauguration to me. And I didn't want to miss it. Okay, James says, what do you think will happen in America with Trump in the office? Yeah. Yeah, very, very good question, James. I listen. I know we can't like listen to everything, believe everything. Um, I'm sorry, but oh, he just turned over his water. His cone, and then he knocked it over. Oh, I'm sorry, Lavin. Yeah, I'll get you some more water. Okay, now he's lying down. Yeah, let me show what he did. See that? So now he's lying down. He could have done that in the place, but he knocked over his water because of the cone, so it's all spilled there. See that? Oh God, I'll just clean it up later. Yeah, so it just really meant a lot to me. Whoa, and your question, James, what do you think is going to happen? Well, I know we can't always believe what we hear, but I do listen to these remote viewers, and they were mentioning that this event's supposed to happen in D.C. I hope it doesn't happen, and I hope by that this organization is called Farsight Institute. Farsight Institute. They've been around for a while. They're remote viewers. The director of the organization, his name is oh God, Courtney Brown. His name is Courtney Brown, and he has his son working for him, and he has other remote viewers. They don't know how to do remote viewing, and I think it was a collective of 5. Oh, so you know them? Yes, I watched them on a regular. Okay, yeah. Okay, James. So I guess we're all on the same page. So I was watching them. I think they did a reading about. It could have been 2 years ago, no more than 3 years ago. They shared that some big event, supposed to happen in D.C. I feel it's really. I'm really glad that you asked that question, James. See, right now, like I watched the inauguration yesterday, it looked fantastic. Trump looked good. His wife looked fabulous. His kids were there with him, and so everything looks like good, right? But I sense like the prior administration, in my opinion, they act like serpents. They acted like serpents, in my opinion. And like a serpent, if you don't get the head off, that serpent can still attack, you know? And he has to get rid of them in some way. I feel with the prior administration, not everybody that's in public office are bad people, but you had some who, in my opinion, were very corrupt. And I think Biden and Kamala were problematic. And I think they left the country in a vulnerable state. I feel what they did is treasonous, and I feel that they should be prosecuted for their actions. It's interesting, I found out that Biden pardoned all his family members. Now, why would you pardon someone who allegedly didn't commit a crime? Okay, so if you say they're innocent, then how? So, of course, he's going to protect his kids, you know? But see, it put people like with Biden's son, Hunter. Uh, Remember, he left the laptop at this computer repair shop. He put the owner of that repair shop in such a bad state. People threatened him. And here he's a handicapped guy. And no apology was done to that man, his reputation, his family's reputation. And so it wasn't just, oh, it was just an oversight, covered for him. They lied on the guy. Why did Hunter leave his laptop there? I'm gonna speculate that they thought, see, when you're guilty having certain things on your computer, maybe he panicked and just as that the store was going to snoop into his business. They didn't snoop into it, but when he, when Hunter abandoned his computer, I think if you leave something over X number of months, the owner, you know, if he cannot get you, it's like considered theirs now. They abandon it. And they were trying to find out how to get to the people, but then they found this sensitive material. And so he talks to his relative, how to handle it. And his relative has connections. So that's how it started. They should have given him some type of apology. So it's like a regime that was, excuse me, filled with corruption. And rather than just saying, look, okay, they did this, but they just covered for it. A lot of people got hurt. You have children who will be exploited by convincing them that there are a different gender. And it was just this need, this administration and the people that work under them to destroy the natural order of things, nature. Like I'm sat here on a balcony and I'm surrounded by nature. I like the natural order of things. I love looking at plants and everything. I chose this place, I chose this country, Rwanda, after my seeing the beauty of it, that they had trees here, grass. I'm just keep, I'm looking like when I'm talking, I have to look what's around me too, because you know things are happening as we speak. So yeah, so I want to be around that. I want to see things grow. But what's happening with this past administration that just ended, it's like they had contempt for nature. They had a contempt for the creator slash God, whoever what you want to call this force. and they were just out for the destruction of humanity. They wanted um, us to relinquish the sovereignty and the power that we have as a nation, give it over to countries like China. And it kept, China's more of a threat than Russia, but they just wanted, they want to play their card. So um, I'm just very sad about that. So, so I think, yeah, yes, okay, that yes, everything they pushed was opposite to God. Yeah, it was just freaky. Whatever what your sexual orientation is, that's your business. I don't want to know what you do behind closed doors. It's none of my business. It's none of anybody's business. But when you push an agenda and then you attack the minds of vulnerable children, preteens, and cause them to become sterile. That's the real thing. See, they don't want the natural man and the natural woman to reduce. They want to destroy you. So it's very sad to see that. Um, so I hope that they set up a committee. See, those people, because those people are still around and they got away with murder, they should be prosecuted for what they did. You don't have to make up stories because there's so many things like a slug leaves it's slime, right? And that's what the prior administration was slime. And no matter what you did, they just slither away somewhere. But oh, yeah, I heard also that was it Pelosi? Um, they destroyed documents regarding, oh, what was that? Oh, I don't want to give wrong information. It was some evidence, and Pelosi was involved with it, and they destroyed, or they had destroyed, the evidence. What was that? So, does anyone know out there what was that evidence that Trump announced yesterday that he learned that the documents or the data was all destroyed? See, isn't that obstruction of, what do you call it? I'm not a lawyer. What's that when you destroy evidence and to prevent you from getting prosecuted? It just sounds they should be prosecuted for that. Um, Hillary Clinton. Did you see all those former heads of state? The Clintons, the Bush. They're actually all friends. See that they play the political party, that group against that group, but they're all friends. Remember, it was at 2001, uh, Bush got into office, and things that were allegedly being done, the 9/11 thing, and they just seem very corrupt. And then you see that the other political party, the Democrats, when they get into office, what happens? So it's like either party could do good or bad. One minute the Republic's supposed to be the bad guy and greedy, but the past office, presidential office, these were Democrats, and they were being supported by corporations. They were being funded by corporations, and Trump wasn't. Trump wasn't being backed by big corporations. Well, later on, um, Elon Musk came to his rescue and donated money to him. But outside of that, it was the Democrats that were being supported by big corporations and not the Republicans. So go figure. So they're playing a role. They're playing a game. And well, either way, um, that regime, the Biden-Hillary regime, they're out of this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I like to watch Farsight Institute YouTube channel, and I used to subscribe at their website, and that's when I saw their predictions for their remote predictions for the um, election, 2025. Um, that's also part of why I left too. I knew I didn't want to stay on the East Coast. That's where I lived. I was afraid. I was very afraid, and so with them trying to steal my dog, I said, I think it's time to go. I hope that with the Farsight Institute coming out with the information that it can actually prevent such occurrence, because then they'll be more watchful over the airspace. You just take precautions. So, nothing is written in stone. Yeah. Um, so that's what I hope. Let me mention something else. Changing the subject. Yeah. So I was able to rest better last night. But yeah, but I had a very bizarre dream, and so any of you who know about dream interpretations. Now, I mentioned I used to have a little Shih Tzu. She was one of two who passed away last year in January 2024. I'm watching my little doggy. Where are you going? Yeah, you spilled all that water. It's okay. Yeah, just lie down flat. Good boy. Yeah, I have to keep an eye. Yeah, I have to keep an eye on him because he does have a wound, a boo-boo on his leg, and I have to make sure that he doesn't do anything to it, and I have to clean it again. Um, yeah, a very, very bizarre dream. I had, I think it's like my second or third dream about this dog who had since passed away 1 year this month. It's a Shih Tzu. She was turning on 14 years of age, so she passed at the age of 13, but she was going on 14 in 3 weeks. Um, I was back in New York City, and like when I dream, I feel like I'm actually like it's like I'm playing a part, but I'm living it. It seems, but yeah, I was back in New York, and I remember I was in the subway. I, yeah, I was in the, we have subways in New York City. We have trains and everything underground. And my Shih Tzu was there. And I don't remember the exact detail. The main thing, like my little girl back in the day when she was alive, she, okay, my dog just went, she liked to try to run away. She didn't like being around a lot of people and animals. She liked things nice and quiet. Oh, let me show you. He's just staring now. It's Lavender. Yeah, so my little Shih Tzu didn't like being out in the open with the people and dogs and things like that. No, don't go there. Don't. No, no, no. You go back. You go back. Go back. I'm trying to get him. Yeah, you go back on the cloth. Yeah. Sorry. Come on. You go back. Yeah, yeah. It's done there. It's nice and clean there. I have to clean up the stuff. Okay, you sit there. Sorry. Yeah, that's my little boy. See, I have to like keep an eye on him because yeah, he has to stay clean, and I had to clean I have to clean the patio. Okay, either way. So in the dream, we're in some subway, and I remember I had him in my arms, and I mean her in my arms, and she was very kind of yeah. All the dreams that I seem to have had with this dog, the Shih Tzu, she was quiet, never said anything, and they, oh God, I just spilled it again. Lavin, he's doing that on purpose, I think. Lavender, just sit there. Good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah, let me get back to the story. Yeah, so in real life, the dog didn't like drama, didn't like loud noise. She's a couch potato. But in the dream that I had with her, she was always quiet, kind of like moved. And she was the same way in this dream, even. So I remember I had her in my arms, and then something happened. She's on the ground, and I remember there was some people, and I didn't know any of these people. They would like look like typical New Yorkers, you know. And she ran. She kind of like slipped out of my arms or something, and then she ran and went into an elevator, and I got to it before it closed, and I'm wondering, like, it sort of looked like her, but it didn't look exactly like her. There's something like how the fur was a little different. Like sometimes in my dreams, I'm dreaming about someone, but there's something they don't really. It doesn't look exactly like them. So this one, the coloring of her fur was different, but either way, she still tried to get away, and I feel badly, and I felt like at first when I was having the dream, it felt real, and I didn't want to lose her. I did not want to lose my baby, and I had to reach her in time. Yeah, I did. I was able to grab her, and I remember looking at her, and she was just kind of removed. And I'm wondering, do any of you know what that might mean? That dream. I loved my little girl. Yes, she was an independent soul. But in the dreams, like it's not like she's a high me, you know, in her own way. But just removed. I haven't had a dream. I don't think I had a dream about my other girl, my Havanese. I had longer. My Havanese was my shadow, you know. She was a nice little girl, very, very, very sensitive. So I don't know what the dream means, people. She's not like happy to see me. She's like removed, and it's each time it's like I have to go towards her. You know, I have to reach for her. It's not like she's running, saying hello. Yeah. So yeah, I did mention in a past video. Yeah, the the month. I think it was the month or 2 months after their passing, in real life, when they did pass, I had a visitation. At least I like to think that they did that. Yeah, I was in the uh, like the living room area in my current place, and I heard this knocking on the window, and I heard it for a couple of days, and then the day of that I actually did check, it happened maybe 4 times in that day. I said, let me just investigate what's that making that noise. And I opened the door, and it was a bird. It was a pretty bird. It looked something like a robin, the belly, and because the robins have like that orangey color belly. So I'm watching it, and then when I walked towards it, it flew over where my baby is buried, and I'm watching it, you know. And then I think it was two birds, but I was greatly comforted. I did do a video, and so I had grabbed my camera before I ran out the door and took pictures. And then it happened again a couple of months later. I heard knocking on the window, and I didn't know where the sound was coming from. And then I realized it's coming from somewhere around in the kitchen. So I go in the kitchen, and I'm hearing this noise. And then I walked over to this window, and lo and behold, it was another little bird pecking at the window. But I think that time, see, they had changed the window, and they made it like smoky glass, so it has a mirror effect, so you can see yourself when you're getting it. So I'm thinking, okay, It could be just simple as that, that the bird thinks another bird is looking at itself. And then a second bird flew and was with her. And I said, oh my goodness, my girls, I'm thinking. And yes, I got my camera and took some video, and then outside. And they flew into these bushes nearby, and they were like playing a little bit. Yeah, so I uploaded that also. So yeah, you just kind of write down. It's just like a, I don't remember the exact title, but you could type in the search bar like, is this a sign, or is this is this a visitation, something like that. Yeah. So I do I I do believe, at least the first time it happened, I think it was a visitation from my baby girl Lilac. Uh, they why would they do that? And yeah, I think pets could visit. That I hope it was my little girl. I miss her. She was the perfect little dog. She was very sweet, and so I'm a little distressed when I have a dream with her, and she just seems kind of aloof, and I feel bad because she was so she I mean, she like her privacy, but she'll let me. She knew I wanted to hold her and pretend that she was an infant. Yes, she had that cuddly thing about her, and yes, I treated her like a baby. And yeah, she could. I almost feel like she could do no way. Yes, she did do wrong sometimes, but it was hard to really be angry with her. She was a doll. And I did watch, I did buy some books on this subject about people who had pets and signs that maybe there's doggy heaven somewhere. I believe there's somewhere. I like to believe that, yeah, because humans, I don't think with what I've been experiencing, I do my meditations, there are different dimensions out there. And I believe that when we go, we just go into another dimension. We, I think it could be parallel lives that we're experiencing. So who knows? Maybe my little girls are being human in another dimension, or dogs in another dimension. Um, who knows? Who knows? I I hope so. I mean, and if you have dogs or had dogs or pets in the past and they pass away, did any of you ever get any visitation? Yeah, I talked to somebody and they shared with me that they had humans in their lives and they saw a visitation from three people in their lives that passed away. One was a parent, the other two were close friends, and they had a visitation. Yeah, so I'm glad that the person shared that with me. So yeah, so I hope my babies are doing well, and yeah, and thank you for your prayers for Lavender here, my little Pekingese dog. Yeah, and again, Tammy, if you're watching, I'm thankful for your prayers. Yeah, Tammy had come online a couple of days ago, and she gave a little prayer, did a ceremony for the health of my dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So, what does all of this mean for this point on? Well, for me, this point on in my life, I think anything could happen, but I'm hopeful, and I was glad that I was able to. My chest feels better. I want safety for all Americans, regardless their politics, race, religion, nationality. I just want us to be one nation, under the Creator, to about prosperity, peace, and joy. That's what I want for all. Yeah, I'm just watching my dog. That's what I want for all Americans. I here in Rwanda, I'm not planning on. I don't want to move back to the U.S. I can't afford to live there anymore. Where I used to live. Once I gave up my apartment, I lost everything. I can't afford. I got there 22 years ago, and I had a stabilized apartment. And once you break that lease, once you leave, you leave. You know, I can't afford the market rate for my rent. And even though now we have the Trumps in the White House, it's so much things that need to be repaired. It's a lot of broken lives in America, and it's going to take time to fix. So, yeah, I want to stay here. And I did say earlier, if anything happens to my little boy, my little Pekingese, part of me, I think, well, Paul wants to leave if anything happens to him. But again, maybe something better could come out of it. Like, it's something that I'm thinking about doing. See, if I just leave Rwanda because I didn't like a particular outcome, I mean, that is my choice. But how is that going to help a nation? So I'm thinking, hey, maybe try to make things better. See, when you're an outsider, you see things from a different perspective. And sometimes just take, and again, not saying I know everything, I don't know everything. But sometimes it's easier to see certain things because you're an outsider. Like people from other countries, when they enter America, they see things from a different perspective. They see opportunity. They see what's broken. They understand. That's all I'm saying. So some type of reform has to be done regarding the care of animals. Yeah, humans are important, yes, but I'm, I have these dogs, and what happened to them should not have happened. Certain protocols, certain, like, there is, it is a developing place, this country. You need, people have to be educated on certain things, protocols, assurance. Quality assurance is a biggie. Quality assurance has to be established here. It's unfortunate that, see, and I've said this many times in many of my videos, whether here in Rwanda or back in America, civilization, as we see it, is not a natural thing. It is a foreign entity, and it is imposed upon people, indigenous people, and they are forced now to work for a wage, and that is not natural. People might have bartered, I have this food, I'll exchange, give you, you give me that food and we exchange. See, that's a natural thing, because some people may have more on one thing, but they don't have what you have. So you share, you exchange. But to work for a piece of paper is a foolery. It was something that was imposed on humanity. And you look at the people who run the banks, who are they? Where did it come from? Do they also run what type of faith-based system you're in? Check it out. Are they the same type of people? So if you have someone who controls the money, you have someone who's controlling religion or based systems. What else? Education. All those things are very, very important. And it controls people's behaviors, people's outcomes. And you really have no say in the matter. But someone is controlling you. Someone is controlling the narrative. Someone is also controlling, through Hollywood. Hollywood has a big thing about it, has a lot of influence. What's that then? They must be burning garbage. Yeah, and it's like I'm very aware. Like when you're out, like I don't come to the balcony a lot, but sometimes smell things, and it's just it's very lively. So either way, you see things that don't make sense, and it's not us. It's not indigenous, and it's killing us. This so-called civilization. Oh, I'll give you this technology if you give me that resource. They're going to be You're going to become their servants, and that's another problem with civilization. You become servant of who's giving you the so-called technology or assistance. Oh, we'll build up your roads if you let us in and do that. No, they have a trickle this leave. I don't believe it. Yeah, we have to take back our power. Yeah, this civilization. Yeah, it's nice to have things that work, that make things easier. But I see in the long run, it's really designed to enslave you. You have people who push, let's say, oil. Didn't you have someone who was able to tap into zero energy? I think that's what they call it, zero energy, free energy, right? What happened to that person? They were removed. Or what about hydropower? Having an engine work via water. So they but see, they don't want you to have zero energy because then, if you can harness energy, you could pretty much run things. You won't need them anymore, but they make you dependent. They make you dependent on transportation. Remember after World War II, what happened to World War II? Well, they started creating these new neighborhoods called like suburbs. So they had people living in one location but work many, many miles away. So you are forced to get a car, and they call that industry. They call that industry. No, it is bondage. Bondage, and then you have to have people to repair it, and you have less time living. You have less time living because you're working to pay to get a wage and then to buy the items you need to fix, to buy uh, these items. So it's not in our best interest. Do I like certain technologies? Yes, but I see that it's our death. It's a new masters, if I can say that. Yeah, we need more diversity in energy power. We have to be watchful of our genetics. People are destroying our bodies, the foods that we eat. It's corrupting us. It's corrupting our bodies. We're dying. We're here. We have more science, more medical centers, but we have deaths due to chronic illnesses. So does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I wish the best for America. Yes, I wish America the best. I wish the whole planet peace and safety. And I hope we get our rationality back. I hope the families could come back together again, people fighting. Family was fighting against other family members because of an election. That should not have happened, but it did. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, well, I'm happy about the outcome of the election, and I hope that Farce Institute was incorrect, and that or that the announcement provided more security to be implemented in the protection of the new administration in America. I hope that's what happened, and that it thwarts the alleged attacks. Okay, so yeah, I still want to find my purpose here in Rwanda, and I want to try to help. I want to write some plans down on paper, uh, something to help a business thrive through my perspective. Again, I'm not a, but sometimes, you can have understanding of things, right? So that's what I want to do. Another thing I want to do is to do more reading. Yeah, I think I started this book some time ago. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. This book is by Rob A. Monroe, and it's called Journey Out of the Body. Yeah. He's no longer living, but he has an institution in Virginia, and he teaches how to do out of body. You move consciousness somewhere else. Yeah. So I want to read up on that. Yeah, I do meditations. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. And I did take a course in astral projection, but he uses this technique called hemisync. He uses these impulses. You have this headset on, it has these impulses that um, alter the brain waves and make something about the left and right hemisphere of the brain. I think he puts it in equilibrium or something. And when that happens, uh, you you can have an out of body experience. Yeah, so that's what I want to do some reading. I have tons of books, and I brought all my books with me. It cost me a fortune to bring it here. I could at least read some of the books that I have. Yeah, I want to get people keep your books. If you build up a library, you know, and there's a time that I do have ebooks. I mean, no more than 40 ebooks, but if you can get hard copies, get them, because what happens if they, you know, you don't have electricity or something like that, you can't run your computer. But let's say it's valuable information, you're going to need hard copy. So I have some things hard copy. Okay, yeah. So that's my plan. I want to improve on my life. Feeling now more relaxed that Trump is in office, back in office. I need to really improve on myself. I need to learn the language here. Um, yes, I have things ahead of me that I could do. Okay, especially living here, I don't really have any excuses. Um, so that's about that. So I'm happy about the outcome of the election and the new administration in America for 2025, and I'm wishful about things to go well for me here in Rwanda. So thank you again for listening, and let me know what your thoughts are regarding the election, regarding what you want to do to um, improve your living standards or your spirituality. Share it down below. So until next time, me and Larry just say thank you for everything, your prayers. Until next time, see you.